And let's create ourselves. We still have the same avatars we had in the preview build. There is no fat fuck avatar, so I don't know. You know this, I like me. I mean, probably take this one and make him a bit wider, like a lot wider. This will do. Alright, now the part I want the most, the helmet. Which one looks good? I kinda like this one, but it's a bit too much noise, I think, on the helmet. It looks cool. This one looks nice, but the top is empty. Of course. Now let's go for this one. Let's prettify it. Alright, what's that? Base. Base is gonna be white. What is that changing? Hello? Okay, it's that black part. Okay. We're gonna make it red, but we're gonna make it dark red. How do we even make it dark? Oh, okay. Like that darkish, but actually, we can make it lightish, but still be. Yeah, and actually, you know what? I don't think red will work here. I think we make it blue here, dark blue. And here. Now, do I want it light blue? Do I want it cyan? Cyan doesn't work with too well. Let's make it light blue. There, I like it. I like this helmet. So we'll take it. Nationality, let's scroll all the way down to Russian. Driver number. My driver number is free, so I will take that. Oh shit. Caps lock was on. There we go. Because why the fuck not? And there you go. That will be me this season. Now, the best part. I wanted to go to Williams once again, but we all know. We all know. We all know. We're going Manor. We're gonna be making Pascal Villan our teammate. We're gonna be starting our career. I'm gonna be starting with Manor. It's gonna be a long season, and we'll see how far we can get. Manual starts, formation lap on. On guidance stringency, a regular. Safety car on. Damage. Full and simulation, please. Park from A. Flashbacks. We don't need those. But they change nothing, so I guess we have them on just in case something glitches out. AI on expert. Assists. No, not that. I'm thinking about a little bit of traction because it's very slidey. I can keep it, but it's a long race, so yeah. Pit assist off, manual gearbox, the rest can stay. Weather and time of day we cannot change. Weekend tire allocation, that's what I want. Okay, basically, just like in the normal situation, we have to pick our compound for the entire weekend. Let's see, what do we have here? We have a faster setup, which is a bunch of super softs. And basically, we have 7 versus 5. I think we should go for balance for the first race, just to see where it goes, how balanced it actually is. And then we will see if we need to adjust based on our driving style. Probably going to more harder compounds. Sorry for yawning. It's 4:30 AM.
Hi, I'm Emma Jenkins. I'm a specialist in contract law, and I've been brought in to work as your agent.
Hello.
I'll be working to get you the best deal in the boardroom, which means you need to do the best possible job out there on the circuit. When you get new contract offers, either from new teams or an amendment to your existing offer, it'll come through me. I'll also keep you up to date on discussions behind the scenes to change your terms, or any specific goals that the team has set for you. If a contract offer does come through, I'll present to you the available offers, and then you can make the call. I assume that all sounds fine. Well then, good luck this season, and I'll catch you later.
Well, see us soon, I guess. As we have a new contract from Maynard, I will start as the second driver alongside Pascal Verlaine, which means I have absolutely 0 goals for this season. I can be worse than Haryanto. It's impossible to be worse than Haryanto. As we see our paddock carrier, with a bunch of people from Maynard just being people from Maynard, I guess. Let's open our laptop, which is our central hub. We don't have a rivalry, and first race will be this weekend. Apparently it's a new location. Welcome to Albertburg. Thank you. We have a bunch of tutorials here. I don't think I need them. I hope. Oops. Go back to laptop. I forget it has multiple tabs. Anyway, let's go to practice. That'll be the only time I will be recording practice as a kind of an intro. Because I believe it's gonna be all the same things here. But for the first time in career mode, why not?
We're about to join the action in what is sure to be an interesting practice session here in Melbourne. It's not long until we get the session underway, and we'll have some cars appearing out on the track. I'm here with Anthony Davidson once again. Nice to see you, Ant, and I wanted to ask you about how you go about improving the car over the course of a practice session. How much would you say is already known from the pre-race simulations? And how much do you have to do, how much do you have to work on with a real car on a real circuit?
Well, that's a good question, Crofty, and I suppose the simple answer is that there's no such thing as too much information. As you say, the bigger teams have very complex simulations, vast numbers of clever people crunching the numbers back at base, but what they can't tell you is stuff like how the track condition's going to be, or what the temperature's going to be doing over the course of the day, and how all of that's going to be interacting with the tyre. There are so many millions of tiny variables involved in getting these cars around a racetrack quickly, but the computer can't tailor the car to a driver's specific balance requirements. At some point, you still need to put a human being in there and have them feel it through the seat of their pants. And that's why we end up with different drivers having different setups. So what I'm trying to say is, Crofty, nothing beats on-track testing.
It was me! I'm here as number 34, and apparently I have to go through a garage tutorial. So let's hear it.
In the unforgiving world of Formula One, free practice sessions are a vital part of any Grand Prix weekend. During your F1 career, you'll be able to utilise these sessions to complete practice programs which will help you learn the track and earn you points that can be invested in developing your car.
Okay, good to have you on board. I'm Jeff and I'll be your race engineer. Welcome to the team and to Formula One. I'm really looking forward to the season. Our system checks are A-OK, so we can get underway whenever you like.
Hello Jeff, nice to have you on board. I will be telling you to shut up many a time. As, let's see if I have our setup here. It's much faster this time. So yes, we have a lot of tire compounds, couple of mandatory sets, some are reserved, and some are recommended for practice sessions. For practice 1, we have these 2 sets. So, basically what we have, actually have...
We'd like to get a tyre wear program done on at least one compound during these sessions. We can get some good strategy and development information, so it's worth the effort.
Thank you, Jeff. Basically we have separate wet and dry compounds because you can choose a particular compound here. This is a very interesting addition, and you can have car settings, which, well, as per usual, has all the usual suspects. I believe weight distribution, I don't remember it being up there. It's kind of more separated just to be easier. But it's a nice thing, and we can see the session info here. We have 3 objectives for practice sessions. We have a typical overview, timing screen, a TV feed of a poor soul that would be Marcus Ericsson. He looks so sad in this picture. It's like he just realized that he is driving a Zalver, and I'll probably be ahead of him. That's very sad. And you can end session here, right on this screen, so you don't have to go to menu. Anyway, we have test programs to run, and I will start with track acclimatization. I'll start with the drive up, just to get used.
A few laps to get the tyres up to temperature. Try and feel your way around.
Wheel is also much heavier in this game, so there might be a lot of rumble. Track program will start next lap. Basically, you need to drive fast and accurate around the track.
DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
As I completely botch it.
Let me know you're okay.
Oh, that's the first practice done. Open DRS too early, missed an apex here. I was sliding a bit on the grass and just lost. I'm sorry. No, I'll revert. Got a flashback because why not? Won't be using this in a race as an excuse, but in practice might as well. Accidentally pressed the voice control button. So basically you need to get fast lap times done, being as consistent as possible, which in my case will be near damn impossible. It also just teaches you the lines, which is a fantastic thing for a novice player. Now about me, I know the lines, I'm just shit at being able to follow them. And I got a score of 344.
That's fantastic. You obviously have a really good understanding of this circuit.
Actually, wait. I'm looking at the screen. I got a score of 490 and my target score was 470. I think that means that I just completed the the biggest part.
Right, that's the end of the program. Box this lab so we can analyze the data.
Okay, so okay, now I get it. You have 3 laps to complete the program, and you have 2 scores, like the normal one and the main one, like the normal and fast. But you just have 3 laps to complete it. So if you complete it in 1 lap, you're basically doing the same thing over and over. You're just loading the track while not getting anything extra. Jesus. It said that you cannot put it on pit limiter early, so you can cruise into pit, so you have to feather the throttle. That's a bit annoying. But nevertheless, we got our first program done. We did well. We know the track. That's a good thing. I think I don't know if we have to run them all in first practice or it's spread in all the practices, so we're gonna try that. I want to save the tires for second practice there. We see the track acclimatization over there, so we can see how we did. Almost perfect DRS activation at the end, a bit slow. There, the second zone, basically, well, technically the first zone, but the second on the track.
Simulation on any tire yet. We have multiple sessions available, so it isn't urgent right now, but we should make time for a tire wear program at some point.
Thanks, Jeff. Go screw yourself. Anyway, but it's at the exit of a fast corner, which gave me a lot of trouble, so it's only fair. We also have a bunch of team objectives, which means we should be able to beat the average speed, trap speed, which we did, set 3 consecutive fast laps, which we will try to do in qualifying, or tire management test, one of those. Lap with minimal tire wear during the tire management practice, okay, and optimal first and third sector time in the qualifying pace. And with that said, we can end this session and proceed to E2.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top 3 again are Hamilton, Rosberg and Kimi Räikkönen. Practice times are on the board then, but no points are on offer just yet. We'll be back with more F1 action soon.
So we are the last, but we haven't run any fast tires. We've been on medium, so I will take that and hopefully we can catch up to the rest of the field. Introduction to resource points. So we getting resource points after every session. We also getting points for completed laps, team's objectives, etc, etc. So we got 578 points, out of which 500 are initial team allocation to help me. And this is the guy who's going to be in charge, I assume.
Hi. Good to meet you at last. My name's Chris. And I'll
Hi,
be working
Chris.
with you as your Chief of Vehicle Development. It'll be my job to get your feedback as a driver and to direct our upgrade design in the areas that you feel are most lacking. At each Grand Prix, we can run a series of practice programs and log the performance of the car as you drive it at its limit. This gives us data that we can utilize to develop various performance improvements. In order for me to know which upgrades to prioritize, I'll need you to select a development area that you'd like us to focus on. And you can do that in the R&D section of your laptop. Anyway, that's all for now, but I'll keep you up to date, okay? I'll see you soon.
Keep doing what you're doing, Chris. Anywho, we have ourselves a few points here, and this is the R&D screen, which means we can be not so shit anymore. So, you can use it in engine part, just throw it in engine, fuel, chassis, downforce, etc, etc. We all know that Maynard's engine is okay. It is probably in the midfield, and they have the straight line speed. But what is completely non-existent here is downforce. Manor needs downforce, and that's the first time I'm gonna change. I will be having this upgrade, thank you very much. Shipping and fitting the pod takes time, so we will have the upgrade only on the following weekend. So next weekend we will have a better downforce. So we'll have to struggle here, eh? Meanwhile, we have 2 more programs, and this means we have to go to second practice, do them. This practice we will be doing the what's the next one? The tire management test. Yes, qualifying pace should be left for the last one. We're gonna have 7 laps on a soft tire, and we'll see if we can make him survive. Because it's 7 laps, it's quite a long thing. I will not be recording it, and I will see you when I'm done.
Okay then, that's the end of the program and plenty of useful data. Return to base when you can so we can go over it.
And that will be the end of tire program. That was a little bit of a struggle, because Manor's downforce is non-existent, so it just pushes the tires too far. So I had to lay off the throttle and just be slow, and just be barely above the delta to be able to do something. But data is acceptable.
Okay, the time last lap was a 1:34.5.
That's not what I said, but we will roll with it. We're at 40% after 7 laps. That's par the course. Later I will practice for later braking for the pits. But for now I don't see a point. But we got 1 program left and 1 practice left. That means that we're gonna end the session now and hope for a good qualifying pace. Well, as good as possible, knowing that it's Manor. So there is our tire data. We dipped below early on, then managed to regroup, and come on, just warmers. Yes, please. There you go. So basically the 7 lap pace was okay. A bit all over the place and a bit below delta.
Dry for a while. We will update you if the outlook changes.
The time 1:35.4, I almost had a spin, so that was... yeah, that was terrible. So the next one will be 3 lap qualifying pace simulation, but we will end second session.
An interesting practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the top 3, who are Hamilton, Ricciardo and Max Verstappen. That concludes an interesting practice session. Let's hope for more excitement as the weekend unfolds.
We're still miles behind, but again, people in front. When I use medium they use soft, when I use soft they use super soft. So next session will be the defining moment of whether I'm 2 seconds behind on it. Oh yes we can, and we'll be starting from flying lap because nobody needs to warm up before it, right? We have 3 laps to impress. Actually, you know what? I almost forgot. Bear with me for a second. Let me set up my gear box thingy, which also has a lot of buttons on it. Let's proceed. It's on reach anyway. Why do I bother? I got a good exit there.
Great work. We've hit our secondary target time. Let's try and repeat
Alright, we already hit the 19th place time. So I guess now we're just practicing our qualifying pace and trying to improve on it. Which is not happening. Yikes. Okay.
Conditions should remain dry. We will keep you informed of
This
the
lap is a write-off.
changes to the weather.
A bit below,
Practice program.
but it's okay.
That's all we need for now. Return to the garage pronto.
We got our fast lap that we needed. And let's see where this brings us at the end of qualifying. Looks like Maynard is just not consistent with his lap times. Thank you, Jeff. It can be a good one lap, but it doesn't have enough charge for a second one. So it's slightly getting out of control after the first lap, and the tires are going fast here. Tire were in 30s, but it's already harder to control because of lack of downforce on this Maynard. Kinda like that at 100 meters. If it's 80 kilometers an hour, probably a little bit later. So now we will be able to see where we are on the pace, and that'll be interesting. That'll be really interesting. Because I don't think I'm last. I should be faster than Fairline, at least on raw qualifying speed. At least I would hope so. Alright, what do we have here? To see first and third lap. The second was a throwaway. So, what do we have here? We have here slightly better performance at the end on a slightly worn tire. We couldn't get as fast first sector, so we are missing out here. We're missing out here a little bit. But, that's what we have, and let's end this session and see where we are.
The classification at the end of the session then. Here are your top three. Ricciardo, Verstappen and Nico Rosberg. Thank you for joining us for free practice today. We'll be back with more Formula One action very shortly.
Red Bulls are fast here, and Lewis was on medium, so I assume he'll be faster. But yeah, I got on Super Softs. I was ahead of both Balmer and Ericsson on Super Soft, but a lot of people here were on different compound, so I'm not last, and I'm kind of on pace with some of the people. So we'll see where it goes when I head to the qualifying. That'll be rather interesting, because I don't know where Manor sits right now with my skill. I was able to bring Williams right to Mercedes last year, but this is a whole new game and it's slightly different controls, aka more difficult controls here. So we will have to wait and see. We're back to 250
Guess who made
points.
the gossip columns this morning? Everyone's talking about this new rival you have. Check his stats out.
And I believe the first ever rival will be your teammate. Head-to-head battle, qualifying and race, blah blah blah. And that's Pascal Fairline. Intra-team battle, I have to be able to beat him, and I have voicemail.
Hi, it's Emma. Your qualifying goals came up in the board meeting this morning. Here's what to expect.
Qualify 21st high, beat Pascal Fairline. So basically, do not be the worst team on the grid and beat your teammate. We can do that. I believe we should be able to do that. Our pace was promising, and we have just one session pretty much, I believe. So we'll have to drive our ass off there, and we'll see where it goes.